What's going on, Javier Lobby? It's your boy Javier with the Javier Show. Make sure you say it twice. All right, so this one I got a banger for y'all, and I mean banger because I haven't listened to it yet, but people been telling me about this song a lot, and this is my first time hearing about this guy Jelly Roll. So, and he has a song with Struggle Jennings called "Can't Go Home," and I'm excited to listen to it. So I hope y'all are as well. And I'm gonna give my reaction like I always do, and we're gonna talk about it. So stay tuned.
1 in a million to 1 villain. Too hot to be in the kitchen, I'll end up melting the ceiling.
If you're new to the Hobby Lobby, I just want to say welcome. But we're gonna jump straight into this video because I'm excited to talk about it and give my reaction to it. So let's see where it goes. This is Jelly Roll and Struggle Jennings Can't Go Home. Official music video.
Waylon and Willie 2. They say home is where the heart is. Mama.
All right, so before I let them rap, okay. Visuals are good. I like the visuals so far. The beat so far sounds good. I like that. If I had to make a general assumption just off the start of the video, the name of the song is "Can't Go Home," and what it looks like, it may be a troubled youth or some troubled child who may have lived a certain lifestyle or whatever, and he can't go home to mama or to his family because of he's on the run from the police or something like that. That's the general sense of what I'm getting so far, just by the name of the title and the visual so far. But I'm gonna rewind a little bit and let's get into it. And I honestly didn't think for it to take almost 20 seconds before it actually got into Struggle Jennings rapping. Usually the song that I heard from him, it doesn't take too long to get right into it.
They say home is where the heart is. Mama made it out of that snake pit. Now snake skin on these boot tips. I see loose lips sink the last ship, so I set sail on a new trip.
Hey, okay, so I'm gonna rewind that and listen to the rap again. But so far, if you've already seen any of my Struggle Jennings reactions, I love the man's voice. It goes so well. Now, I will say that I don't think his voice complements this beat as much as the other songs that I've heard from him and reacted to. So I'm just going to put that out there. I think it's a little too raggedy for the type of music that's in the background. It doesn't seem like it calls for something like that, but you can't just deny it. The man's flow and the man's voice is awesome. And if you was ever in a building and you wanted somebody on your track, you would go look for Struggle Jennings. Just my opinion.
The heart is. Mama made it out of that snake pit. Now snake skin on these boot tips.
Made it out of that snake pit. Now snake skin on these snake tips. Hey, shout out to my boy. Shout out to my boy. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, but shout out to my boy. That's a good line. That's a good line.
Now snake skin on these boot tips. I see loose lips sink the last ship, so I set sail on a new trip. So
woo, loose lips sink the ship, right? We all know that's the case. We've seen it so many times again, time and time again. And I just think that, setting on a new trip, that's the way to go. And based on, the theme of the song so far, it seems as if, people talk, and when word starts to get around about you, you're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to take a new journey, take a new trip, change your identity. And that's what I got from that line.
Some mistakes I never make again.
Let me rewind a little bit just to make sure we're on track.
Mistakes I never make again. Circle lock, no one breaking in. I gotta sit back and try to take it in. I know perseverance, what it take to win. Hard to push when the whirlpool, when the ones you love, they trying to burn you. Death coming, smell of perfume, trying to make it home before the curfew. I was running.
All right, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Apparently, it looks as if I'm just gonna make the assumption that the mom's in the kitchen, the son got something going on, and there's a lot of guys in the household. I'm guessing these are friends or people in his circle who may not be of positive, let's say, influence. And this is very good based on what the subject of the song is about. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
Try to take it in, I know perseverance, what it take to win. Hard to push when the whirlpool, when the ones you love, they trying to burn you. Death coming, smell of perfume, trying to make it home before the curfew. I was running late, and the doors was locked, and the windows too, nowhere to turn to. After all the money I done burned through, I woke up broke on a church pew with a...
Woo! All right. He got my work flair going on. Javier the flair. All right. So what my boy Struggle Jennings is talking about, and I'm guessing he's talking about his journey and the things that he's been through and all of the trial and tribulations he had to go through and waking up at the church pew. This is about him going through a lot of trouble in his younger life and having to make that transition into a better person and finding a new path forward. And a lot of times it's good to go back to your roots and to analyze the mistakes you were making, the things you were going through that may have caused some of those hardships, but at the same time help you get where you are now. And that brings it back to the first verse, which is, well, the beginning of the verse, talking about going through the snake pit, and now he got snake skin on his boots. And you learn and you pick up along the way of the things that you go through, and you take it with you, even though you grow and become a better person.
New golden 045.
Let me rewind a little bit. I just want to make sure y'all getting all the verses.
New golden 045, fire in my eyes and some hunger pains. I spent my younger days just chasing fame to get burnt by the flames that money brings.
Okay.
Blaze
now, as you can see, the SWAT team coming in. Apparently, they're having some kind of meeting, and these guys are wanted by the law. And from what I understand, your boy Struggle Jennings been through the struggle as well and actually did some time. And this is a good setup for him. And I love the visuals. I mean, it's clean, crisp, nice storyline that you can see taking place. You don't actually necessarily have to hear anything to figure out what's going on. But having Struggle Jennings rapping along with that, telling his story and some of the things he's been through and overcoming and being in that lifestyle, it really goes well with it. And I really, really appreciate this scene.
that money brings, blaze trails and I torch bridges, ain't no turning back, I done moved on.
Okay.
Home is where the heart is, I've been heartless too long, mama.
Whew. Home is where the heart is, and I've been heartless for too long. He ain't got no home, people. He ain't got no home at all. At all. That's deep. That's deep. And then we finna get into the hook right now. I haven't seen Jelly Roll yet, but I'm pretty sure he's coming up. This will be my first time hearing him.
It's too long, mama. Mama says you can't go home. You can't go home. You can't go home. Mama says you can't go home.
Okay.
You can't go
I like this. I like this. I like this hook. It's simple, but it's straight to the point. Can't go home. Mama said you can't go home. And it's very relatable to what you see in the visuals of the video, what Struggle Jennings just rapped about. It all fits and it sounds good. It's not too complicated. It hammers it right home, gets you where you need to be. And it's as simple as that. And some songs, it works. It works. And this is one of the songs where it really, really works.
Can't go home. Can't go home. Can't go home. I spent some time in the house of the rising sun. Mirror on the wall, I'm in fear of what I've become.
Mirror on the wall, I'm in fear of what I become. Okay, this is a good song. This is great. I'm just gonna go ahead. I haven't even made it halfway through the song, and this is amazing. This is a great song. Jelly Roll and Struggle Jennings. I'm guessing Jelly Roll is the guy singing, and he's doing a good job, pretty good job. I thought Jelly Roll was gonna be a rapper, and maybe he is a rapper, but he's singing this hook, and it's pretty dope. And I'm just enjoying the visual so much, so much. In fear of what I become.
Same thing I'm living for, same thing I'm dying from.
Same thing I'm living for is the same thing I'm dying from. Woo! Like, I've been there. I understand that. Like, you got to feel that. The same thing you're living for, the same thing you dying from. So, if any of y'all ever been in a situation in your life where you've actually been, like, deep down in the gutter, like at your lowest point, and you basically are living your life in a way that's not healthy for you, but that's the thing you desire. That's the thing you want the most. And anybody who's ever been locked up or locked away, you'll realize that at the time you thought you was doing something that was good for you or something that you thought would benefit you, but it was actually hurting you or harming you in the same way. And that's exactly what that line means and what it stands for. And man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Man, this song is hitting home. You can feel it.
Same thing I'm dying from. Mama says you can't go home. You can't go.
In my situation, the judge said I couldn't go home, but mama was waiting for me. But yes, you can't go home. Like, man, there's so many people out there who live a certain lifestyle and their family turn their back on them because it's not that they don't love you. It's because they love you. They don't want to condone what you're doing. And sometimes by not condoning what you're doing, that's the only way they can reach you or the best attempt that they have, even though it doesn't always work. And moms have very tough love for their children. And not only do they have tough love, sometimes it can be, sometimes mothers can be too soft on their children. But in the case where the mom feels like she's done all that she could do, sometimes her only option is to turn her back because she can't sit there and watch her son go through these things. That's what I'm getting from this. Go home. Spend some time in the house of the rising sun. Mirror on the wall, I'll be fear of what I become. Same thing I'm living for, same thing I'm dying from. Mama says you can't go home, you can't go home. In the motor breath stinking and yawning, I could feel last night from the drinks in the Yoda. Okay, all right. So Jelly Roll, he finna rap. So the man can rap and sing at the same time, and you gotta hear him out. Voice sounds good. Just when he came in, it automatically registered with me. And yo, I like this. Based on this song, I like this. And yeah, and I'm just gonna play that again. On the breath stinking and yawning, I could feel last night from the drinks in the Yoda. Heart beating so fast, I was thinking it's over. Now my first thought is that I hate that I'm sober. Woo! He hate that he's sober. I mean, after last night and what you've been through, I mean, the first thing you think is when you come down, it's like, I hate that I'm sober. What kind of life are you living? What kind of things are you going through the way you don't even want to face reality? Like you want to be out of it the whole entire time. Like, man, sometimes for some people, not being in reality is better. And even though that it's causing them harm and pain, it's probably making things worse once they come back to reality. But you can't really escape. You can't really escape your problems. They'll be waiting for you when you get there. Sometimes they'll just even be worse. So, I mean, you got to deal with those things. You got to. Thinking it's over. Now my first thought is that I hate that I'm sober. Dealing with the demons that I can't get control of. Dealing with the ones that I can't get a hold of. I'm any day away from committing the hold up. Told me be patient and even haters will show love. My brother told me. Oh, be patient and even haters will show love. The rhyme is tight. I like the lyrics. I like the verse. And it has meaning. Everything he's saying means something. Even the haters will show love if you be patient. And that's what a lot of times we get impatient. We spend so much time putting something into something that we want everything now. But be aware of unearned wisdom. Remember that. Be aware of unearned wisdom. And a lot of times you just got to be patient because it's coming. If you work hard, if you apply yourself and you really, really dedicate yourself to whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, it's okay if you don't get everything exactly when you want it. But, you know, even when you get to that point, even the people who despise you and want to tear you down, they have no choice but to show you love. That's deep. That's deep. Woo! Be patient and even haters will show love. My brother told me, Bubba, get that check. And don't worry about the bullshit because you got next. And we know when you get it that you gon' flex. Still I feel overlooked like the New York Jets. You be overlooked like the New York Jets. He said, you be next, bro. You be next. You know what I mean? Like, that's encouragement. That's telling you like, yo, you got this. Every one of you got something that's special and unique to you that you can do that other people can't do as well as you, or you can do it better than most people. And if you just really focus on that craft, whatever it is you do, give your 100%, and trust me, your time is coming. And when your time has come, you're going to flex. You're going to flex. Try not to be overlooked like the New York Jets. Attention to them homies when they wrong for you. That biting and acting like they get along with you. But as soon as you catch a case and you end up in the place, the motherfucker won't even hit the phone for you. Nope, they won't. I'm living a testament to that. You go through all of this and you riding with all of these dudes and you getting all fed up to all of the stuff they teaching you, the older guys, and you following up these guys. The moment you get jammed up, the moment you get into a tough situation, you'll see so many people start to fall off. They won't even answer the phone for you. They won't even talk to you. You see that so many times, and so many people have been through that. So just remember, everybody that say they're your friend ain't really your friend. Believe that. Some people just off the leech off of you, or they want to use you or get something from you, and they don't really care about you or love you like they say they do.
I done seen them stand tall, I done seen them fall. You can't tell me shit, I done seen it all. I ain't worried about the chicks, you can keep them all. But I promise you this, I'ma bring it raw. I'm just trying to put my people on. I'm just trying to buy some property from singing songs. Trying to wake up from the cloud I've been dreaming on. And I ain't planning on going back when I was leaving home.
Woo! That boy said, I'm just trying to wake up off the cloud that I've been dreaming on. Oh, man. Nice, man. Look, Jelly Roll, power to you. Shouts out to you for this verse. This a real one. This a real one here.
Dreaming on, and I ain't planning on going back when I was leaving home. Mama says you can't
Go home.
You can't go home. You can't go home. Mama says you can't go.
Now look at the visuals. I want you to pay attention to the visuals. You see like the beers that's on the counter. You see the boxes packed. A lot of this visual stuff is to bring alive what the actual song is about. And you can't overlook these things. Because when people actually take the time to put these details in there and you pay attention to them and focus on them, you not only give credit where credit is due, but you also gain so much more in return, and the experience of listening to the music and really understanding what the message is here. And you can see him sitting there at home. I'm apparently saying at home, and all of the beer and the red cups on there and the boxes packed in the background. And it just lets you know, like, you know, you like being there when you're at home, but you're not in the right place. But the moment you leave home and you can't go back, that's when everything starts to make sense.
Go home, can't go home, can't go home. I spent some time in the house of the rising sun. Mirror on the wall, I'm in fear of what I was.
That visual with them two standing there right there walking is awesome. That is amazing. And look, these guys are a great duo. Great duo. I'm very much looking forward to hearing more from these guys, especially together. And this hook is fire. It is fire. Can't say it enough.
While I'm in fear of what I become. Same thing I'm living for, same thing I'm dying from. Mama said you can't go home.
You can't go home. Run, little dude, run. Run, little dude, run. Oh, man, he's still on the run. They still coming after him. You're going to have to, at some point, the things you do will come back to bite you, and it's hard to get away from. And most of us never get away from the things that we do. It'll catch up to you at some point. It'll catch up to you. And look, the mom's right there when the police is coming through to get the young dude. Imagine what that's doing to his mom and the heartbreak. Trust me, you're talking to a kid who got locked up and had to hear my mom on the other side of that phone just crying because she just can't understand why her son was doing the things he was doing, how he just couldn't get his life together. So when you out there doing what you're doing and you struggling or suffering, other people are suffering because of you. People who love you suffer just as much as you do, if not more. So definitely remember that. And if you can pass that message on to somebody, I highly recommend that you do so. Go home. Look at him. Mom falling. Mom on her knees praying probably. She's like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. Like, this is deep, man. This dude look young. I think they pick a young dude on purpose to show you what it's like, because there's a lot of teenagers out there, a lot of young kids out there who just don't know any better, and they live in this lifestyle and they following up the wrong role models and running in the wrong crowd, and they get caught up in these things, and the mamas just can't do anything with them. This is why fathers are important. Fathers are very, very much important. What I become.
Same thing I'm living for, same thing I'm dying from. Mama said you can't go home.
You can't go home. Man, look, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Man, you just soak it in. It's not really much else to say on that. You just got to soak in that video. Go back and rewatch it a few times and just taking all the lyrics, taking all the verses, and just listen to the hook. Just close your eyes. Even if you don't watch the video, if you already saw the video, just Take it in. That's real music right there. That's the music that touch home that so many people can relate to. And I am so happy that y'all recommended that video. So shouts out to my boy Jelly Roll and Struggle Jennings. Can't Go Home. That is amazing. Now, if you enjoy and value the content, all I ask is that you take a second to hit that like button below. That's all it takes. Just let YouTube know that you enjoyed this video and they'll recommend it to more people. That's all it takes. Thank y'all so much for watching. And like I always say before I leave any video, peace and glory. Be peaceful and be great. I'm out.
1 in a million to 1 billion. Too hot to be in the kitchen. I'll end up melting the ceiling.